I flunked every art class I was ever in, which, to the great distress of my parents, because I was supposed to be good at everything. You know, if I decided to take art lessons, I'd just be another really bad artist. I can't follow rules. I don't know how to do what they want me to do. There is no good, there is no bad. It exists, and that's a fabulous thing. And sometimes I think the worse your drawing is, the better it is, because it's not pretentious. It's your voice, it's not somebody else's voice. I'm Sue Kreitzman, but I am an outsider artist. I wanted to be an archaeologist, and I still am fascinated by archaeology. So the careers counselor called my mother in. She wants to be an archaeologist. I swear, the heavens wept. What kind of a crazy idea is that? So I was forbidden. That's no job for a woman. This would have been in the early to mid-50s. How will you take care of your husband? How will you take care of your children? How will you make sure, no, you can't be an archaeologist. So I'm not an archaeologist. But still, when you're in a flea market, that is a kind of archaeology, because you're uncovering things from the past. I love it. I absolutely love it. 20-odd years ago, my hand picked up a marker and drew a mermaid on a piece of scrap paper. Never done anything like that in my life. And I looked at the mermaid, and the mermaid looked at me. She was in charge, not me. And in that moment, my life changed completely, and I became very obsessed with drawing. I mean, seriously obsessed. I think I was probably born with a rainbow in my head. It's just almost like a genetic thing. But I do remember in kindergarten, so I would have been about 5 in New York City, the teacher brought out this huge, shabby box of crayons that had obviously been used by classes before. And I can see them, and it was 64 colors. 64 colors in one box. And I looked at that, and it was a very visceral kind of thing. I had a very visceral reaction to it. The smell of it, the look of it, probably the taste of it, color, and it just entered my consciousness. And the names of the colors, I would never color between the lines, and I would never color things the colors they were supposed to be. So I was always in trouble, but I did love those crayons. I finished university. We had a great apartment in New York, my husband and I. I painted the walls red, and I went crazy with color. I was so proud of that apartment, and my mother came to visit. I fed her some lunch, and she looked at the color, and she looked at the red walls, and she said, "You'll outgrow it." Hey, Ma, I'm 81 years old, and look, it got even worse. I never outgrew it. And I have a deep thirst for color. The worst thing in the world is beige, and my favorite motto is, don't wear beige. It might kill you. And I mean that sincerely. So I'm interested in what it is to be a woman through all stages of a woman's life. I'm fascinated by very powerful women. My idea of a powerful woman is a woman who has done something spectacular with her life. And also, if she's very picturesque, that helps. I like picturesque women. But Eleanor Roosevelt is one of my all-time sheroes. At some point, we as a species will be gone, and nature will take over. And I always say, I hope that the art remains, the beauty remains. Getting old is a privilege and an adventure. And it's a privilege that is not open to many, many people. So I'm 80 and a half, I'm getting older every moment. What's the alternative? The alternative is being dead. I would much rather be old. And old age, so much is open to us, and the older you get, the less you give a flying whatever about what other people think. I think for the rest of my life, I will be an artist.